like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright y'all, I'm back with another flashback. This video features Velvet and Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr. Y'all, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Alright y'all, let's get into this video.
I want a brother.
Let me know in the chat if the screen is not that blurry. We are live. Party. Hey everybody.
No, I want a brother.
You want a brother?
Yeah. You have a brother in your tummy.
So you want a brother? You want some? Happy Easter to you guys. I don't really know if Easter is today or tomorrow. You can hold it. How are you guys doing tonight?
You want to share?
I just want to get on here,
You want to
tap
share?
in with you guys. I braided Avi's hair today.
And look at my hair.
No, I don't have. Here, I can get you milk, but not on my knee. Here. Here you go. Hi, Eliana. So that's what we're gonna talk about the kids tonight, because there's a lot of progress with the kids, the children. There's a lot of enlightenment that's happening with the children at Global Empire. And there's just a lot of great things going on with the girls. And so I want to highlight them. You know, I don't really live too much of my life online because I get a lot of, I don't even know what to call it, people's opinions about how I mother and things like that. But I know for sure that my girls are healthy. My girls are well. I'm going to let her speak for herself.
And we're eating healthy.
We'll let her speak for herself, you know. But I've tried to like protect my children as much as, not even tried, I have protected my children as much as I could, you know, during my processes after I had them. And a lot of people won't agree with.
Y'all, didn't Velvet come out and say that Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., didn't have enough money to feed the family and that her and her children were hungry?
After I had them. And a lot of people won't agree with my life decisions and how I go about living my life. But I have to be okay and well and aligned with my life's decisions, and I'm ultimately learning from my life decisions. So
That's why you want to talk about kids?
and I'm talking about the kids because, to answer your question, Ellie, I'm talking about you guys, my children, because you guys are the main highlight in my life. Every day I wake up and every day I go to sleep, you guys are the main highlight.
And guess what?
What?
When my mommy wakes up every time we go outside.
And so, you know, it's just that I've been experiencing motherhood for a very long time. I'm aware that a lot of people on social media didn't really follow my life or didn't really know who I was before you guys seen the portion of my life that you did see and that you were invested in. But for a very long time, as far back as I can remember, since I was about 11, I would say 12 years old, I was doing motherly things, you know, for myself and for my brothers and sisters. It wasn't that I was technically a mother. It was just that I experienced motherhood. You know, I could feel my mother's pain. I could feel what she needed to do for us and what she had to do for us. And you know, as I got older, when I decided to live life on my own terms as a young teenager, um, taking care of myself was one thing, but I was always around other people who had kids, and I was taking care of some of those children. Two of them that I can recall that I took care of, and it was an experience, you know. But to transition into my adulthood, my early adult life, and have been given the gift to have my own children, it has definitely been a journey, and it has definitely been something that I've grown from, that I'm learning from currently, and have learned things from, you know, as my journey developed. And Eliana is 4 years old now. Thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Eliana is 4 years old right now. And Aviana, come here, Avi.
Is one. Abby
Mm-hmm.
is one.
Avi is 1 years old.
Yeah.
And I we have another baby on the way, and this baby right here, this baby is about um 2 months in the womb. So we're incubating as of currently, and and Eliana says she wants a brother because the first time that I got pregnant with Aviana, when I got pregnant with Aviana, Eliana, I asked her if she wanted a brother or a sister.
Baby Shaka.
And
Baby Shaka have the brothers, so I want to have a brother too.
so at first Ellie was like, well, I want a puppy. And congratulations, Protected Gift. That's awesome. I mean, Brianna. Oh, Brianna, you are? Wow, congratulations. Wow, that's news. That's news, girlfriend. I'm going to hit you up after this live. Anyway, that's crazy. That's funny.
Mama.
Yeah.
Tell them what our names.
So Eliana thought that I can give Eliana thought that I could give birth to puppies. And I had to explain to her that I can only give humans. So she could choose between a girl and a boy. And she said, okay, well, I want a girl. I want a sister. And that it was a girl. She got her sister. And now she argues with her.
Y'all, you know what I just thought of? Velvet is going to have two babies in diapers because baby Aviana is only 1 year old, so she's probably not fully potty trained yet. And of course, the new baby is going to be in diapers. Oh my goodness.
A girl. She got her sister. And now she argues with her all day, every day, as if it's a thing. And I'm like, y'all gotta love each other because when me and my sisters grew up, I had one sister that I have 4 sisters. I have 5 sisters actually, but one of them is not technically in existence anymore in the physical reality. But one of my sisters, we used to fight all the time.
Why?
But ain't nobody play with her when I wasn't around. Like if we was in public, couldn't nobody play with her. Like we was always taking up for each other, had each other back. You know what I'm saying?
Mama.
But when we was at home, oh girl. I still apologize to her to this day because some of the stuff was just uncalled for.
Now my turn.
Okay. She like, now it's my turn. Okay, girl, go ahead.
So Mommy thought her girl was fighting with her. I didn't think she lost when I was small. But she was fighting her sister too.
I don't fight my sister anymore because we have an understanding, and like I feel like as an adult, like moving forward with the relationship with my sister, if we continue to fight, that would be like super immature. So like the best thing to do rather than fighting is to like talk about it.
Mama,
And I did that as well, but
Mama,
like
but that that doesn't mean you can fight. You just gotta love each other. See, I love Avi. I hugged her and kissed her earlier, and she didn't scratch me. So y'all gotta be nice to each other.
you're right.
So y'all got to be nice.
Hey, Abby.
Y'all got to be nice and be. Do you remember? Do you remember you said to be nice?
Yes, I do. I teach you and Avi how to be nice to each other because I want y'all to know that love exists between you guys.
See the seed.
And you reminded me of something, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
So
She said something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Eliana is such a sweet child. So Eliana comes to me, and she's like, "Mom, I want a snack," and I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Well, I want jelly and bread on my jelly," and I said, "Okay." Bread on my jelly on my bread, and I was like, "Okay."
and guess what?
You gonna tell them?
Guess what? I make my own bread.
Eliana gets the bread. Well, I opened the pack for her, right? But we're not gonna. It's not about me. It's about Ellie. Anyway, so Ellie gets her bread. She gets her butter knife. She gets her jelly, and she makes her own jelly sandwich. And I recorded it for you guys, so I'm gonna post that on my YouTube as a short soon. So she's making her own peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Actually, she made her own jelly because she like peanut butter, but she hasn't been eating it lately. But she made her own jelly sandwich, and I said, Ellie, can you make me a peanut butter and jelly? She made me a peanut butter and jelly. Okay. Eliana is so smart. Somebody Dale Hawkins says maybe she thought you can have puppies because oh my god,
What?
that is so mean.
And guess what?
Anyway.
And guess what? What am I about to say again?
Someone says
Oh, I know what
Ari Bibi says, I hope this isn't inappropriate, but I've admired you forever. I'm going through something right now, and your advice would mean the world to me. Is there any way to message you privately?
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Ari Bibi, if you hit me up on, hold on, baby. I don't want none. If you hit me up on Instagram, if you got an Instagram, you can hit me up there on Instagram, Creole.femininity. Just make sure you're not on no scam page, because they do be trying to scam.
And subscribe on the channel.
So yeah, that's a thing. If not, you can leave a comment on one of my posted videos on YouTube, and I can shoot you my email. Unfortunately, there's not direct message on YouTube, so it's like, yeah. But if you have Instagram, you can hit me up on Instagram, Creole.femininity. Make sure femininity is spelled correctly and you're not on a scam page. I have 18.1K followers. So, and I don't know how many people I follow. Less than 800 people, I believe.
Mama,
but yeah.
Your sister don't gonna fight because I know my problem very good.
Yasmin, you know how many young children there are in the world? Yasmin, she says, so you let her use a butter knife by herself. Bro, I sat there and recorded her making the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a knife. Like, you know how many children are you or their parents are teaching them how to cook on the actual stove at 4 years old? And so it's just unfortunate because like having a public life, have been living our life on social media for so long, like we get a lot of like hate comments and things like just trying to pick us apart. Like any little thing that we do, people find an issue with it. We get made fun of, we get talked about, we get slandered, we get lied on, defamation basically. And so while that is, hold on, can I finish my thought? While that is one, hmm while that is one spectrum of the coin, it's just like instead of always looking at what's wrong with a picture or with the person, like like there are a lot of great things about the picture and about a person that then just pointing out what could be wrong or like just trying to find a flaw or trying to find something wrong. And it's like those people who just sit in the comment section or sit anywhere to just find something wrong. It's like this is what comes with being a social media influencer, but at the end of the day,
Y'all, not her. Not her talking about she is social media influencer. What would Velvet be influencing people to do? Put it in the comments. Let us know.
media influencer, but at the end of the day, there are a lot more people just like me who are going through things just like me, if not worse. But the difference between me and those people is that their lives are not, they don't live their lives online. They're not social media creators, they're not social media influencers. So most of the time, we do have to take a grain of salt with what people are saying and kind of just like brush it off and just ignore it. But sometimes it really gets annoying because it's like that's not the truth. And when you are a truth speaker and you hold what's truthful to you dear to your heart, it's kind of hard sometimes to be quiet about what's true, what's real, but those people will expose themselves, along the way. And so I've just learned how to let people talk. I've just learned how to let people have their opinions. And I haven't really been caring about what people say or what people want to exploit about me.
It's a seed from the apple.
And what happens when you put the seed in the soil?
It mixes.
It mixes and it grows into a big apple tree, and you get bunches of apples.
And you can get as many as you want.
I'm teaching
Mama, do you know apples
I forgot what I was gonna say. Which part of New Orleans is a great place to live? You wanna know? I'm gonna be honest.
Mama, eat the seed and make you grow.
Always be honest.
Make you grow.
And the reason why I say I'm gonna be honest is because I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that, baby. You already bit it and ate the inside of it. And I say I'm gonna be honest because I would love to sit here and lie. Like, I would love to sit here and lie. I would love to sit here and lie and say to you guys that like New Orleans is the best place to live and it's so fun and you guys should visit and you guys should live and settle there, but that's just not the truth. It's not. And like that's why I'm not there now. It's like when I go home I get so depressed and it
Velvet gives the boot.
and it like it's only like that for me because it does attach to a lot of my childhood experiences, but for the most part I'm like me growing up in New Orleans, I was never into like the way that New Orleanians party. Now if I was at a party or I was like in one of those type of like festivities or something, I would be throwing down. Like, but it's just not my style naturally.
Y'all, what happened to talking about the kids? Didn't Velvet start this video off by saying that she wanted to talk about her children?
I would be throwing down. Like, but it's just not my style naturally. Like, it's just not something I do. So, the only time that I would really be thrown into the festivities is like when my family, would celebrate it. And one time my birthday fell on Mardi Gras, so I had no choice but to celebrate it. So yeah, it's what it is. And this just is what it is. Like, you people have your opinions, and you guys literally do not have to like tune in and like you guys. It's just really saddening to see people just like tuning into things that they don't necessarily agree with, but they're just like so invested, just so invested.
Mommy.
I can understand coming across
You
it
know.
and watching it, but commenting on it,
Yeah, because
trying to make 8-hour-long videos about it, it gets weird.
yeah, because ultimately, like, you guys can have your opinion, but ultimately, you guys don't know the detail. You guys don't know the ins and out of the detail of how we ended up there, how our lives unraveled, why the back and forth is going on. Like, you guys don't know the ins and out. And honestly, just going back to what I was saying earlier, we just get the heat for it because we've decided to continue to be social about it and out into the public about it. But there are a lot of people in this world, if majority of us, who are going through this same, I'm gonna say it again, who are going through the same things that we are going through, if not worse. It's just that it's not exploited. No one's coming out from behind their closed doors to say, hey, I just had sex with my cousin's baby daddy and had a baby for him. Like, there's some real life shit going on in the world. You see what I'm saying? But like, people have their own perspectives about it, and that's cool and everything. But it is what it is, you know. It just is what it is. But yeah, so moving forward, you know, whoever decides to be with me, or whoever I decide to be with, or whoever you decide to be with, or whoever decides to be with you, that's your life. That's your decision. You have to be happy with that. At the end of the day, you have to wake up and be okay with that. So like, I'm not judging anyone who wants to be with. I wouldn't even judge somebody if they wanted to be with somebody who didn't have both of their legs. Like, if somebody didn't have their legs and somebody's like, I want to be.
I am sure her comments were going in on her for being with Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr.
Have both of their legs. Like, if somebody didn't have their legs and somebody's like, I want to fall in love with this person, or I love this person, that's who they want to be with. Even if the person did have HIV, like, if the person knew and that person still wanted to be with them and wanted to live their life with them, that's on them. Like, that's what they have going on. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be with me. Like, I don't want to be with you. So why would that even be a thing to say and bring up? But like I said, we get the flack for being social media influencers, especially because we have been in multiple situations where people are exploiting our lives, exploiting our life experiences, exploiting, our day-to-day life, so it's just a different world. Different world, different people, different places. Everybody's gonna respond how they want to respond. But you don't have to live in my life, and you don't have to live from my perspective. So to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I personally love y'all transparency. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like, I decided to not go silent about my situation and to not just be quiet, because that's what the cult leader wanted. Excuse me. That's what the cult leader wanted. You know, He wanted us to be silent. He wanted us to be quiet. He didn't want us to talk about what was right. He didn't want us to talk about the truth. He didn't want us to continue to live our lives without him. No, simple, classic narcissistic behavior. So the type, if y'all ain't know anything about me, I'm not going no, like I don't care what type of death threat you got on my head, none of that. I'm protected. I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna stand up and I'm going to continue to live my life because this one right here, this little girl right here that's sitting beside me, she deserves the best. She didn't deserve what she went through when she was going up until she was 2 years of age, how she was brought into the world. She didn't deserve that. So I'm gonna do everything that I can to stand up for her, to speak her truth, because she can't voice everything as a young person, as a toddler, you know. So I'm her mother. I'm gonna stand up for her, and I don't care who disagrees. I don't care, because I love her, period. And whether people think I'm a bad mom or not, they're gonna know that I love my daughter regardless, period. Mhm. Go ahead.
I can snap like mommy.
Let me see you snap.
Ooh! I couldn't do that till I was
You know how to clap? No, ma'am, not in the bed.
You mean clap?
You know how to clap? You know, everything takes time. Jay Wood, I do believe you can, because you cannot waste this in the bed. No, I do believe that Eliana is getting better than what she had when she came into the world. I do wholeheartedly believe that. I've done a lot to make sure that Eliana is thriving the way that she is right now. Is it the end all be all of what I would want her life to look like? Absolutely not. But I can tell you this, every day as a mother, and taking head on the challenges that I'm taking on to make sure that that is in existence for her. I'm doing the best that I can every day, putting one foot in front of the other every day to creating a better lifestyle for my child, both of my children, all of my children, anybody that comes into contact with me. You know, and that takes time. Life takes time. You know, you can't just snap your fingers and think that things are just going to fall out the sky. So when people have their opinions about how they think I'm moving and how they think I'm getting this for my child, or whether we're living here or whether we're living there, I know the active things that I'm doing to make sure that my children are getting the best in any and every circumstance that we're positioned in moving forward.
So I was at Momo's house and Marisha when I was little, like Avi. I used to run with Kiyahi, and he used to hide with me in the covers.
Yeah, because
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Kiyahi.
I'm live on IG and YouTube at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, let's read it out.
That's on.
Like software and shit.
That's different.
Figure out how to work it.
But
I ate that apple, and that apple got me feeling different. Hold on, I'm processing that apple right now.
Well, what did it feel like?
I don't know. I'm still trying to feel it. Yeah.
She ate it.
Feels like GMO. I feel like I just ate a GMO.
oh,
I feel this very warm.
she didn't eat it all.
Right, I feel this very warm sensation right down, like at the at my lower back. It's very warm and like kind of tingly. It's like kind of tingly.
you think it is?
So I will.
No, it don't hurt, no.
Because
Velvet beloved, you're amazing, and I am proud of you, Goddess. Keep it going, love, for your children.
he
Yes,
was
amen.
running.
Sunflower.
Y'all, could that sunflower be this very same sunflower that Velvet just recently put on blast that sent her a DM?
Amen. Sunflower.
When we was in Momo's house, he was running when
Kiahi is her cousin, and they always have fun together. They always be getting into stuff together. Like, they just always be playing hide and seek and playing it and fighting over toys and then sharing the toys and all going outside together. They do a lot together.
and he shared the tatar with me, a pink one, and I let him try. And you left me in Momo's house.
Yes, Brianna Jacobs, yes.
Why? Why do you want to leave? Why did you leave? Why did you leave that Momo house?
Well, because we on our own venture. You know what?
We're gonna go to Lulu's house.
But you left me.
We're on our own journey.
She a drama queen.
Look at Abby. Abby, come here, Abby. And I left you at Momo's house so you can spend time with Momo. What are you talking about?
That's what you wanna be.
She's like, why did you leave me at Momo's house? Come on, like what you want me to do? Like, why did you leave me at Momo's house? Like, cause nigga, you want to have fun with your family. That's why.
Everyone don't leave their families.
So yes, they do. You know
Why
how
did you
many?
ask about grandma
You know
then?
how many times my mama done left me at my grandma's house? Many times, many times. And guess what my grandma did? Took care of me.
I couldn't wait to go to my auntie's house.
My mama done left me at my cousin's
Don't you-
house
you
so
don't
many
wanna see
times.
Kiahi? You wanna hang out with Kiahi?
Yeah.
See?
Look at you. I cannot deal with you, Aviana. See, because once you take your eyes off Avi, it's a wrap. Like, it's a wrap.
Like.
Once you take your eyes off Aviana and it's like there's no attention on her, she get to getting into everything. Everything. Hey, y'all. Hey, Nisha. But you keep telling me that you want to go back to Mama's house.
Because I want to spend time with Kiahi again.
You love Kiahi?
Yeah,
You like Kavailani?
Yeah, because she's beautiful like her hair.
You like Kavailani? You love her?
Yeah, I love
She has,
Kailani.
Eliana and Abby has, they have 4, wait, let me see how many cousins she got. She got 1, 2, 3, 4. She got 4 cousins. Eliana and Abby got 4 cousins. 3 of them are boys and 1 is a girl.
All right, y'all, going ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Yeah.
So,
Abby, you wanna come talk to us? Come on. Let me see you speak some sign language.
I speak some
Mama?
sign language.
Can you say mama? Mama! Can you say Ellie? Can you say Ellie? Can you say milk with your hand? Can you say milk? Can you say yes? Can you say stop? She said, okay, that's enough. She said that's stop.
Stop.
Can you say, what else you know how to say, girl? That's enough.
You should have eaten, drink, more.
Can you say eat? Can you say eat?
Eat, drink, more.
Can you say, she said, can you say eat?
Eat.
Can you say, Can you say
More?
more?
More? No. Yeah. That one.
Hold on, give me your nose. Now we started some new ones. Can you say play?
I can say play.
Can you say play? Can you say sit? Can you say sit down?
But this one.
Do you remember sit down? That's good. You did good.
Sit.
Good job.
Sit.
Good job.
Sit.
Can you say stand up?
Stand up.
Good job. What else did we learn? We learned go. Can you say go? No, this is go.
Ask her about the crystals.
Go play.
Go play. That's not yours. That's not yours. Don't do that to your sister's cup. Give it to her.
You want yours?
Yeah. I want milk and rice. Like Abby.
You got some water. You want water? No.
Eliana knows it. Yeah. It's okay, Nisha. We just talking. This is gonna be
Lemon water.
Smells like mangoes in here.
Mommy.
I'm gonna post this to my YouTube after we're done.
This is.
Oh, my neck. I can't keep sitting like that.
So this is stop.
So Eliana, what's your favorite crystal?
The pink one and the black one.
So the pink one is rose quartz.
I got my own crystals, so I love the pink
I
one.
got the crystals on the windowsill.
My crystals on the windowsill.
But she's asking for milk right now. She wants like
You are not a baby, honey.
I want to be like.
Well, you still my baby, but you're not like a baby. You're not like a baby like Abby. You 4 years old,
I'll be
girl.
trying to be like you. You trying to be like Abby.
Abby calmed
I'm thankful.
down. I love you.
Abby about to be a mature one.
Hey!
Here, Ellie.
What happened to the apple?
The apple?
These are yours, Ellie. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what this one's called?
Yep.
What's this one called?
That's from.
Oh, I'm gonna need that back. Y'all can't have that.
You know what it does, right?
I've been having that crystal for over a
You
year.
rub it
You know
on
what this
your
does?
forehead.
Very sentimental
You
value.
rub it on your
It cleans the
forehead.
energy of all crystals.
So
That's
look
why
at
it's
this blue crystal. And what does this do?
Turquoise.
That one reminds me of my
Don't touch
dad.
my crystal.
Ooh.
This is nice, like my mommy has it. I match my mommy. I match my mommy.
Look at Abby.
And what is this does?
I don't know what that one does.
Daddy, what does this does?
Let me see this one.
I love that you are a
Red,
fighter. And you took your daughter and left.
Put it.
I wonder how confused baby Eliana is now that her daddy, Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., is no longer in the picture.
I love that you are a fighter. And you took your daughter and left.
Put it.
You was not
down.
going to leave your child with Nature
Put
Boy.
it
Be careful.
down.
Look, everybody,
Okay,
like I
Ellie.
said, everybody has their opinions, you know.
So this detoxes the body. That's what this does.
You have to, I've learned in life that whether somebody is good, like whether somebody is being evil or somebody is being good or righteous or pure-hearted, whatever you want to call it, you have to get to know people, you know.
And what does this
Safety and
does?
grounding
What
and
is this?
And
vitality.
from what I've experienced, going through what I did with Eliana, all of those people who joined
Put my crystal
were there
down,
for a
Mommy.
specific reason,
Put my
and they were
Ariana.
actually in it
can
for
share.
the right reasons. Most of them, not all of them, most of them. And so, no, I don't have a connection with most of these people because we're all in our own lives, on our own journeys. but I've connected to certain people there that I've met there. I've connected to certain people, and it has become lifelong relationships. Period.
Ask Nancy, please.
So I don't want to play with this anymore because
Yeah,
Aviana's
protect
about to have a whole
Just
little
pass it to me. No. Is that all?
little. I appreciate that. But that's what I'm saying, DJ Q. You know, you guys don't know the details. So if you like, if for me in my life, cause I can't tell people how to move, but for me in my life, and I'm gonna say this off of the strength of what you typed in the chat. If I don't know the details, the in and out details about a situation, I cannot give my comment. I don't care if it's public. I don't care if it's private. I don't care if it's not even thought of. I can't give my opinion. I just can't because I don't know the details. It would be really foolish of me to make an assumption about something that I don't have all of the details on. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So you know what to say.
You know, so no, but that's why I gave you milk in your cup. That's why I gave you milk in your cup. Here. There you go. Sit down, please. Sit down. But yeah, so, you know, but at the end of the day, whether people are making a fool of themselves or not, people are entitled to their opinions. But you know, you don't know what these people do behind closed doors. You don't know what I do behind closed doors, you know. But if someone steps forward to express that, to be vulnerable about that, believe them. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't believe them, like don't give so much care about it to the point where you're like riled up and invested emotionally, and now it's affecting you. Like, because ultimately nothing, especially something that you don't have a direct connection to or it's having a direct effect in your life. Like, it's not that deep and it's really not that serious. You're getting yourself overwhelmed about something in someone else's life that ultimately has nothing to do with you. So it's like, pick your battles, you know? You know? My girls are thriving. My girls are happy. My girls are living their lives. My girls are learning. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be sharing with y'all too. Uh-oh. Thank you. Hey. Hey, Black Cosmos. How are you? How you doing? Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Y'all keep talking about Janae and her being pregnant. Like, I don't like, ultimately, you know, that was before me. But people make their own decisions. Like, people do things, you know. Like, I don't get online talking about this woman. I never did. Or about anyone else for that matter. So it's like, the fact that she can do that, sit there and do that, is just weird to me. Because if you're gonna call yourself mature, if you're gonna call yourself to be anything mature, like, why would that be an option? To go online and do, you know, say lies and create rumors that are not true, and then ultimately put yourself in a position where you're suffering. Like, that has nothing to do with me. I didn't put her in suffering. I didn't cause her any pain. Like, that's not my doing.
So I guess her shooting her shot at Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., right after Janae and him broke up is not an issue, huh?
I didn't put her in suffering. I didn't cause her any pain. Like, that's not my doing. So, like, talking about her and like her being first and all of this extra, it's like, people forgotten that I was pregnant by Eligio and all of these women stepped on my toes in that relationship and did worse than what is seemingly so I did by just simply being in a relationship with Solar? Like, what happened between me and Solar happened divinely. It happened righteously. Did it look righteous to other people? Or, maybe not, because other people have their own opinions. But like I said, everybody don't have the in and out details. Everybody don't have the in and out details about things, and neither does Janae, and neither will she sit and listen. So it's like, I can't do anything about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this woman just so righteous and so like you guys are concerned for her all of a sudden, and she ultimately, like you said, it's just messy. It gets messy, and it's like it's a sensitive topic, because she still is pregnant and she still is, but no one's against her. She's against herself. Like, you guys don't know the details, and neither am I obligated for the sake of protecting myself or my reputation or anything like that needed for me to come out and tell you guys these details, because at the end of the day these people are gonna live with what they gotta live. The phone's ringing. These people are gonna live with what they gotta live with in their own ways. So that's on them. Like, that don't have nothing to do with me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Creative Soul. The child was there. Eliana was born. Even worse, because, like, come on. Like, You said what now? Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't see. Well, right now? Oh.
I got it to look better.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Here's what it is. Like, hi. Hi. These people sat around and lied and said that they cared about me and Eliana. They lied. They lied. Like, if you cared about someone, bro, no. And I was not her friend when me and Solar got together. Let that be clear. Let that be known. And she knew that because she was lying. But I digress. I digress off of that topic because I'm not into throwing people under the bus and like making it an issue. Like, because it's not an issue for me. It might be an issue. It might not be an issue for her, but I mean, it might be an issue for her, but it's not an issue for me because I didn't do anything wrong. So, is what it is. Like, time will tell. Time will reveal all, and that's just on period. Like, anything that was done in the dark will come to the light on both ends, on my end and her end, and I say less and do me, period. Whether I'm pregnant for Solar or not.
And at the present moment, Velvet and Solar, aka Courtney, aka Nature Boy Jr., are allegedly not together because I'm kind of suspicious, y'all. They both been off social media and sharing very little. So I'm thinking that Solar done made his way to Louisiana, y'all.
I say less and do me, period. Whether I'm pregnant for Solar or not. The truth still stands the test of time. And so maybe me being pregnant and have gotten pregnant and me and Solar being together is bringing the truth out about all of these people that was involved. So it is what it is. Like, people make issues for themselves, but I'm not into making other people's issues an issue for me because I don't have issues like that in my life. Like, if the father of both of my children were mature enough to co-parent, I would be co-parenting with their parents, their other half. But they're not mature enough to do that. So I keep it moving and do the best that I can for my children.
Food is here.
Period.
Here, Mama. Mom, food is here.
And like I said, you guys don't know the detail. You guys don't know the in and out details about what Solar has done for Janae, for wanting to be there in her life, whether she wanted. Like, come on, even people in their lives, they want people to be there how they want them to be there. That's what my baby dad did to me. Like, he wanted me to be in his life, to have a relationship with Eliana how he wanted me to be in his life, not how it should have just naturally went for us to co-parent. That's not how life works. You can't just want somebody to be in your life how you want them to be in your life and then they not have a say so about how they should be there. Like, that's narcissistic. You can't do that to people. So like, those details are gonna come out on its own. Like, you know, like, I can't really even dive that deep into it because she has her own shit going. Like, she has her own thing going. The only thing that I can tell you is from my perspective. And from my perspective, I was once friends with Janae, and I have forgiven her for sleeping with my husband in, like, while my child was there, not talking about me behind my back to him, not telling me what was going on, like, all of that. Saying she was my friend while she was out of the cold, while I was out of the cold, and then going back. Like, I had never done nothing like that to her, ever. And the only reason why I stopped being her friend, the truth be known from my side, the reason why I stopped being her friend and pulled back was because of the fact that she was lying. She was lying about her relationship with Solar, and she was confiding in me about their relationship and wanted me to give her advice about their relationship. And when I found out that she was lying about valuable points that you should not lie about, or not even lied about, but just wasn't clear about, wasn't being truthful and honest about, I'm not gonna fuck with you, period. I don't care if you Janae, I don't care if you my sister, I don't care who you are. Like, that's foul because I don't move like that. I'm not about to confide in somebody and not tell them the whole truth, and then just be sitting there continuing trying to call them while I'm bashing the other person in my relationship, knowing goddamn well that that's not the truth of the matter. Like, that's just on period. So that shit washed away. Our friendship washed away. She was going deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole with Solar. They broke up. I didn't even know that, but I found out that they, you know, went their separate ways on one occasion. I don't know how long it had been, and I reached out to him and I was like, bro, like, my condolences to you. This man lost a child previously. Before that, I didn't know she was pregnant at the time that me and Solar got together, but when I did found out, I was there to co-parent. I was there to be in her life. I was there to bend. You feel me? Like, I was there to just a little, yeah. I was there to, you know, be there. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even meddling or anything like that. She was bringing me into the mix. Like,
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
calling me, and I'm picking up the phone because I'm considering her to be my friend, and she's like, bro, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, bro, I'm telling her advice, and she's ultimately can't take my advice because she's not being truthful and honest. So it's like, okay, something's wrong here. So moving forward, you know, I just had a soft spot in my heart for Solar because I've watched this man be there in the cult, go through what he went through with all of the women that he was with. Me and him was basically going through the same thing. It was just flipped. Like, these women just kept going, be with Nature Boy, just kept sleeping with Nature Boy, on him, off him, like, didn't give a fuck about his feelings. Like, I was the one to stand up for Solar in those moments to tell Nature Boy that you are hurting his feelings. Not only Solar, but all of the men there. I stood up for the men there. Those women didn't do that. Like, they were just trying to fuck Nature Boy. Like, they didn't give a fuck about those men's feelings. They didn't. So at the end of the day, like, people get what they deserve, and that's on period. And I digress off of that because we all have our own perspectives about it, and it is what it is. Like, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad because we all have had our experiences there, and whether I come out with the truth about my experience or not, like, people are still gonna have their own opinions. So have your opinion, and I'm gonna just let you know that I don't give a fuck moving forward. Like, whether you're Janae or not, like, it doesn't matter. Like, your opinion means nothing to me because I still have to live in my life. I'm still pregnant by Solar, and we're gonna have our baby. Period. Like, that is the truth of the matter. That is the reality. Deal with it or not. Like, it is what it is. I shouldn't feel bad for that. I'm not gonna feel bad for that. I'm not, because I've done the necessary steps that I need to be mature, to co-parent. Like, it would have been a different story if Solar would have been like, yes, I want to be with her, and he did want to be with her. She left. Period. Every time she gets on the phone, she said, I don't want to be with you. 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 Okay. Now Solar doesn't want to be with you. So now what? Well, if you don't want to be with me, then we not going to co-parent. Well, because you're with Velvet, we're not going to co-parent. What type of sense does that make if you're like, I never did that with my kids, ever. I forgave those women who slept with my first baby father off of the strength for her to co-parent. This is not about blaming. This is about the truth of the matter. This is about people's...
Now, we all know that Velvet is straight up lying. She did not forgive Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. 3 God. Ain't no way.
This is not about blaming. This is about the truth of the matter. This is about people's decision making. You want to talk about my decision making? This is about these people's decision makings. Even for my second daughter, with her father, I did the necessary steps, took the necessary steps and actions to co-parent. He was lying. He did not have the full truth surrounding him to the point where he could actively co-parent. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. And at the end of the day, my children are still taken care of. These children are, I'm not asking nobody to do nothing for them. I'm not asking for no hands out from people to do nothing for them. They are getting what they got from me, period. Like, it is what it is. Like, people can call me a victim or whatever, but this is the truth. Like, this is my life experience. Like, if you feel like I'm a victim, you do not have to be in my life to pity me. Like, I never asked you to be here to pity me. I never asked you to be here to take my side. I never asked you to be here to believe me. You could believe what you want. You could think what you want. You could do what you want. Like, I'm not narcissistic. I don't have that type of control over people. You could do what you want. But don't think that you could just come into my world, into my life, and just create any type of confusion that you want, especially if we're pregnant by the same man and you think that you just all good in the mix and you didn't ever do anything. Like, you're delusional. You're playing the victim. You want somebody to pity you because of whatever you're going through. I never had that bone in my body, ever. I always picked up my slack. I always took responsibility for my kids and still forgave people in the mix. Still. So it is what it is. Like, and I don't give a fuck about how people feel at the end of the day, because no one gives a fuck about how I feel. And it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, you could call that mean, you can call that whatever, but that's balance to me, because I'm not gonna keep overextending myself for people who truly don't care about me. It is what it is. Period.
You gotta yell right into the camera while she's talking. You see she's talking.
But yeah, here's what it is. I'm over it.
You can have fun and be respectful at the same time, man.
You know, people are gonna live in their lives. People are gonna live in their lives. People are going to live the lives that they make for themselves. And I've created and am creating a very beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? You can think I'm delusional, but I don't think I'm delusional. I think I'm living in my truth, and whether you believe that or not, I mean, it ultimately still has nothing to do with you. So, you know what I'm saying? And you guys are not in my life. Like, how many times do I gotta say that? Like, you guys don't even understand. How about you be an example for your kids? How about that? How about you so worried about me being an example for my kids? Be an example for your kids. Put that energy into your world, into your life. And if you don't agree with somebody and how they moving and how they're not being such an example for their kids, you do not tune into I don't tune into shit that is a bad example, that I think is a bad example. But if I did, what would that say about me? I'm into bad examples. Like, come on, that's weird.
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
If you look at something as a bad example, and you're continuing to watch something that you seem or you deem to be a bad example, and you're pouring energy into that, you're investing your emotional being into that, you're weird, bro. Because I don't do that. If I look at something and I don't agree with it, and I'm like, she is not teaching her kids, she is not doing this, I am not watching that lady. I'm not wasting a second of my time watching that lady.
Look.
Like, come on.
You can look outside the window.
It is what it is, bro. Like, think what you want. You know, think what you want. Like, type your opinions in the chat, guys. just type your opinions in the chat, guys. Hey, this is Dumpin' Velvet's chat. Are you singing? My children, I can tell you what my children are learning right now. My children are learning a lot. My children are learning how to identify their letters, their numbers, their colors, their shapes, everything, objects. My children are learning valuable lessons, how to share, how to care, how to love, how to use their words to communicate. Even if I might be slacking one day, I'm still catching myself in my slip-ups. Even if I got to correct myself and start over tomorrow, I'm still doing what's necessary to make a good example for my kids, to make sure that they are good beings. You know what I'm saying? My children are learning how to clean up their spaces, keep their things neat, take care of their toys, take care of themselves. Like, come on, my children are learning how to use their talents, while other children in the world, their talents are being suppressed because all of the mothers and fathers out there are just throwing them into the school system and allowing other people and other children to take care of them. Absolutely not. I'm not giving society that control of my children. I'm teaching my children. I'm taking on that role. And I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with myself, and I'm proud of myself for teaching my children and guiding them the way that I have, because my children know more than Eliana at 4 years old right now knows way more than the average 4-year-old. She goes around other 4-year-olds and is dumbed down because all of the other children are like babies. They're 4, but they're like 2. They have two years worth of mentality, thought processes and things like that. Like Eliana, and it's not that I'm teaching her how to be older or anything. I'm teaching her what she's capable of understanding at the age that she's at. Now, if she doesn't understand something like multiplication, for instance, I'm not teaching Eliana multiplication right now because she still has to work on identifying all of her numbers up to 100. So I'm not going to be teaching her things that she cannot technically grasp and hold on to. And I think that in society, which I have experienced as a young woman, when our parents throws us into the system, throws us into the schooling system, these schooling systems have a time frame on what you can and cannot know, how much you have to know, and then they test you within a limited time space and expect you to retain all of this information. And it's not that these children can't comprehend. It's not that these children are illiterate or anything like that. It's just the fact that Some children learn at different paces. Some children can be taught multiplication at 4 years old rather than 3 years old, or whatever age that they're at. You just got to know where the child is. And so by me experiencing that way of being taught and not being able to be taught at my pace, at my level, I never want to put my children in a position where they feel like they have to cram their minds with information that they cannot necessarily hold and retain. When I teach my children, or when someone else teaches my children, I want them to be able to hold on to the information that they know, that they are being taught. That's the purpose of learning. That's the purpose of being taught something, is to hold on and retain the information. I don't want to put my child in a situation where she's just like, Mom, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I can't pass my test. And then she has to still cram information in her mind and hope and pray that she passes this test. Like, no, absolutely not. I don't want my child to go through that. So I'm going to homeschool. And not only that, even in this world, this is such a different time and world that we live in right now.
Fast forward to today, Eliana is going to public school.
Even in this world, this is such a different time and world that we live in right now. Like, these young children are picking up behaviors from these other kids. These other kids, they are exposed to y'all think my child was exposed to bad things? Look at the minority of children that are in these school systems, these young toddlers at young ages. Look at what these children are exposed to, and you can just look at it by the behavior that they're displaying. I sat one day in a neighborhood and watched a bunch of like not preschoolers, but like young elementary school kids from like 6th to 8th grade get off of this bus, and they're all cussing worse than me. They're all smoking cigarettes and blacking mouths. I ain't never, when I was that age, 6th to the 8th grade, smoking anything. So you gotta be lying to me and you gotta be delusional if you think that I'm gonna just throw Eliana into a system with other kids where that behavior is like that and expect my children to be any better than what they would be if I was to homeschool them. Absolutely not. You could call me as delusional as you want. I'm not gonna do Eliana like that. Like, no, I'm not. Period. Or Avi, or any other child that I have. And they're better off being in the home, learning from me. And people can ask about the social life and everything like that, but that's why they have dance studios. That's why they have extra curriculum. That's why they have music lessons. That's why they have language lessons. They have all of these different extra curriculums, like martial arts and all kind of things for these children to get into outside of going to school, where they can have a social life. And that's what I'm going to target. Me and Eliana, we practice yoga from time to time. Aviana, I'm noticing that she's into gymnastics. She's into music. I'm going to homeschool my children and invest in their talents, not the other way around. I'm not going to have somebody else teach them and not invest into their talents. That's backwards to me. I'm not doing that to them. You know, I want them to be able to thrive. It's always possible and always necessary, you know. And so let it be known. And I think that's really sad if anybody would ever think that I would be mean to someone else's child. Like, I grew up taking care of children. I grew up taking care of other people's children. I want you to really think about that. Any child that I've ever been, any person that I've ever been around, whether they were a child or not, I was always loving and always caring. The only reason why you guys saw me ever being what do you call it, like mad or angry or explosive or anything like that, was because I had to protect myself in these situations with my children. So of course I'm gonna punch somebody if they in my way and I feel like they threatening my well-being and my child's well-being. You would too if you was in a situation like that. But that's not how I'm just naturally. Like, no, like, I don't look for smoke. I don't go for smoke. That's not what I do. But if I feel like I'm threatened, if I feel like I got to protect mine, I'm going to do that, period. And anybody would. So don't let the hype fool you like, oh, Velvet, she's just mean. No, you've only seen me be mean because that's the situation that I was in, and I had to protect myself from someone like Natiri. So it's like, come on, don't get me started. Don't get me started in these comments. Like, y'all got me all the way fucked up. But I digress again, because at the end of the day, it's no bad blood over here. People want the smoke. People want the bad blood with me because of whatever they're going through. I don't know what they're going through, but I'm not going to make it my problem. It's not my problem. It's not. And I'm not going to make people's problem my problem. I'm over here happy. Whether she was in my life co-parenting or not, I'm still going to be happy. She's not changing anything in my personal life. She's not adding anything. That's just the God honest truth. Like, and if she was, I would admire her for that, which I was when she did. But then that got tainted when she was not honest and truthful, 100%. So as I should, as the person that I am, and as anybody would be in their own lives, hold themselves up to any type of standard and value, keep it moving, and live your life. Like, live my life. Like, that's what I'm doing. Like, people get mad for that. But at the end of the day, that's weird if you get mad because somebody else just living their life. Like, I don't say shit about you. I don't go on saying shit about you. Never did. Still don't have to, because even if you did say something bad about me, that's what you got going on. I don't have shit to say about you. The only thing I can really say about you, outside of not being honest and truthful 100%, is that you're a beautiful person. And I admire certain qualities about you. Like how you get dressed up and how you take beautiful photos and you do the photography and you do the readings and all of that stuff. I can say that. That's what I really have to say. But I can't, because it's like, you trying to shit on me. So what, like, how does that, like, I'm trying to understand the psychology behind that. Like, you know, it is what it is. Like, remember, these people came into my life, in my relationship at one point in time, tried to shit on me in my life, in my relationship, and then tried to call the kettle black or pull a hand back and act like they didn't throw a stone or they didn't do anything. Like, nah, y'all like, y'all not about to do that to me. Absolutely not. Like, no, I ain't do shit to nobody. I was over here minding my fucking business, and I still am. While I was minding my business with no drama in my life, guess who Janae was calling? Me. On the phone with me. Asking me for advice. Come on, bro. Anyway.
So I guess that was Velvet's cue to jump in and swoop in and shoot her shot at Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., what with Janae telling her about all the problems she was having in their relationship.
Come on, bro. Anyway. I just wish everybody the best. Like, outside of the drama, I just wish everybody the best. Like, I want everybody, hopefully, everybody could be mature enough to put their pride and egos to the side for the sake of the children. And the only reason why the fathers of my children are not in their lives is because their pride and ego has gotten the best of them. And I'm not going to allow them to come into my children's lives or their children's lives, whatever the case may be, and taint them because of their negligence within their own self-growth. That has nothing to do with me or the child. I'm going to protect them. People want to talk about me protecting them. Oh, best believe I'm going to protect them. So it is what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether... It doesn't matter. The deed was done. Because if it was me on the other hand... And just because you said that it wasn't them, it was Nature Boy, this is why I forgave them over and over. But when you keep stepping on somebody's toes who keeps forgiving your ass over and over, it ain't about Nature Boy no more. It's about what you're doing. It's about your decision making. It has nothing to do with Nature Boy. Stop blaming shit on Nature Boy. Stop blaming everything on him. Period. At some point, in the time, just like for me, when I decided to get up and leave and never go back, that was my decision. Period. With or without Nature Boy. Period. People got to be held accountable and responsible for what they do. Period. Whether, like, if somebody's influenced, cool. Like, give them a pass. Like, forgive them. I did that. But motherfuckers is acting like I'm the problem. I didn't do shit to nobody. I'm still over here minding my business. I'm not doing nothing to nobody. But anyway, no, this is not bad. This is actually very good, and I'm gonna allow. I'm not blaming him at all. I'm holding him accountable and responsible for his actions. Period. Period. Just like y'all motherfuckers want to hold me accountable and responsible for my actions, I'm doing that to the people in my life. Like, come on now. Come on now. And Eliana, I do believe she should be listening to this because this is a life lesson that she's going to have to learn. It's better that she learn it now than learn it when she's my age. And then by the time she's my age, she's getting messed over like me. Like, she needs to understand real life situations. She needs to understand how psychology is, how psychology works, so that she doesn't get herself into the situations that I got myself into and make the same mistakes that I did. That's the difference between me and some other mother. I'm gonna allow my children to understand what real life situations look like and talk to them about it. You see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Like, that's healthy. Now, if I'm just on some other type of time with it and just like doing the most, like, that's a different story. But it is what it is. Like, if it's in the moment, then it is in the moment, you know? But ultimately, I think that we're all doing the best that we can from where we come from and the hands that we were dealt, you know? Like, it is what it is. Like, I do genuinely feel like that. We're all doing the best we can. Like, you know, everything in life is not peaches and creams. And if you are a person who is interested or who thinks about healing generational curses, it's going to take this amount of passion, this amount of determination and tenacity to be able to teach your children whenever it does come up, what and what not to do. Because what I experienced when I was younger was my folks not telling me nothing. And I had to figure it out. I'm not putting my children through that. I'm going to share with them certain things so that they can figure out what it is that they need to figure out in life without getting hurt so many times. Period. Like, there is valuable wisdom in the situations that I've been through and the things I've experienced, enough for me to pass that on to my children. It doesn't matter what age they are. Because these young children, these 4-year-olds that you think looks like they're 4 are actually way more advanced mentally. Like, so it just depends on how much your child can take on, how much your child can learn, you know, what they're capable of learning and retaining at that point in time. And for my children, I know that they are very intelligent. So I just deal with my kids a certain type of way, you know, because they're very intelligent. They have full-blown
All right, y'all, go on ahead and drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Thank you guys in advance.
trying to have full-blown conversations with me, and she ain't even using full-blown words. So there's power in that. There's value in that. And so I just teach them at their pace. I'm a mother. I can feel, you know, when they need to know something or when they don't. And if I feel like they don't need to know, I just take my time and I slow them down. And I'm like, look, let's not talk about that right now. Let's, you know, talk about something else, or, you know, kind of change the subject, you know, for that factor, because some things don't need to be talked about. Like, this is what it is. But y'all not gonna bully me. Y'all not gonna bully me. Period. What's up, Audrey? What's up, Audrey? What was your question? Yeah. Yeah.
not play, Mommy. We do picnics. We do adventures. We eat strawberries.
You do strawberries?
Yep. And we eat apples.
What else? Bananas
Bananas.
and mangoes. Well, we don't eat grapes no more because they don't got no seeds.
But
Did y'all know, fun fact, did y'all know they stopped selling seeded grapes because a lady choked on one of the seeds in the grocery store and they said that seeded grapes became a hazard, so they stopped selling them in the store?
Yeah. She choked on it like this and she started to die. Didn't she? Didn't she?
I don't think she died, baby. I just think she severely choked on that seed.
That's where it grows. She can put in the soil, and she pours soil in there, and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. She don't have to eat it. She just won't have to swallow it because she got to take it out and don't eat it. She'll choke like this, like that.
But that's what I think happened. Well, to some extent, I think that, and this is my opinion, and I could be wrong.
But that
I think she really just ate the grape, and she might have been used to eating
I
unseeded grapes.
know. Earlier when I saw when I eat the grape, I really feel something in the green grape, and there was a seed in there. There was a seed in the green grape, and I saw it. I did. I'm not lying. That's where it goes. I'm serious. It was in there, and I spit it out, and then it got on my hand, and then there's an apple seed in there,
Avi!
and you have a
Avi
mini
over here
apple.
blowing her nose. I'm listening. Come here, let me help you. You got snot everywhere. No, I just gotta wipe that snot off, cause let me help you. There you go, girl. But you're right. They do have seeds, but we gotta find some grapes that got seed now, because every time I go to the store to get grapes for us, there's no grapes with seeds, and I'm so disappointed.
Why you want seed in the grape?
Well, because the supplier, the distributors, the manufacturers, they stopped putting it in the store. They stopped stocking it in the store. What stores do you find them in? Yes, Supreme, yes. Me too. As much as I can. Pete's has them. I don't know what Pete's is.
So
Is that in Atlanta, Pete's? Is that in Atlanta? Pete's.
you get a bunch of apples you can eat.
Ellie,
Daddy
I got a question.
Daddy will eat it too in Avi.
Or somebody has a question for you. They asked, they said, does Ellie know you have another baby in your stomach?
Child don't have babies in their stomachs.
No, they talking about me. They say, do you know that I do?
Yep.
You do?
When I'm 4. When I'm 4, I know.
Do you know I got another baby in my stomach?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So I was thinking I want to grow a tree outside.
Me too.
An apple tree.
Y'all, I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I honestly feel that what Velvet is experiencing currently with Solar, a.k.a. Courtney, a.k.a. Nature Boy Jr., is her karma.
I want to grow a tree outside.
Me too.
An apple tree. And I wouldn't put the seed in there and plant water. Well, I'm going to plant water in there and it will grow later.
That's a good idea.
I think that's a great idea too.
Yeah,
Me
save
too.
the seed from the apple you eat then.
And
Yeah,
then,
but you bit the seed open and ate the inside.
Ew, you only ate the inside?
You did.
That's why I love apples. I love apples and bananas. But I love
One day, I tell you what, one day we're gonna cut the apple, we're gonna eat the apple, and then we're gonna save all the seeds, and then we're gonna germinate the seeds, and then we're gonna put them in soil,
and
put
we're
some
gonna
water
put
on
them,
it, and we're gonna let it grow. Watch it grow. Avi, don't eat the napkin, honey. Avi, don't eat it, baby. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go. I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting us.
He likes the camera.
I appreciate you guys supporting us and watching us and commenting. Good night to everybody. I wish everybody nothing but the best. Stay up. And I'll talk to you guys later.
and subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel. Until next time.
Bye.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.